I see relationship problems in your life. I'm like, God forbid. Kwenda, why? Actually, relationship problems. From where? Where did you even hear that I was in a relationship? What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Bridget. If you are a returning delegate, welcome back to the delegation squad. As always, you know your presence is appreciated on this channel. If you are a returning person, I'm calling you a person because there are people who watch and have never subscribed. Excuse me, why is your button still red? Why is your subscribe button still red? No, tell me why. You come back, you like my content, subscribe, it's free, and I'll really appreciate it if you did so. Today's video is going to be another story time, so let's get right into it. So this story time is about a time I almost got conned in town.
Maisha Nairobi inanichanganya hoi.
Let me tell you, people have the audacity. They tried me, but they could never. So this happened to me like 3 years ago. I was supposed to go to the salon. I had decided I was over my relaxed hair and I wanted to go team natural. So I was going to cut my hair, or more trim it, because I had been transitioning slowly into my natural hair. So I was going to trim off the ends of my relaxed hair. It was a plan. I was going to get it done in a salon in town, but I didn't know the salon itself. My mom knew one of the ladies who worked there. That day, she gave me the number of the lady who worked in that salon, and she told me as soon as I get to town, I called the lady and tell her to come for me, because I didn't know like the directions to the salon. I had booked an appointment, and my appointment was at around 11 or 10. I boarded the matatu and I went to town. When I got to town, the stage I light out is Archives. I called the lady when I was still at Archives, and she told me to go and meet her in Nation House, like at Nation Media, because it was closer to where the salon was. So I walked till Nation. It was early morning. For some weird reason, there were no people in town. Like, people were fewer than usual that day. I think it was a Saturday. Yeah, it was a Saturday. So when I got to Nation House, obviously, first of all, if you're in town, before you even remove your phone, you have to check your surroundings to make sure no one is targeting you, and then you can remove your phone and do what you want. I noticed that there was like people who were just idling there, and I didn't like the idea of removing my phone there and then someone snatches it. So I crossed the road and went and stood on, I think it was a corridor. There's a bank that's usually opposite Nation House. I stood like at the corridor because I felt like it was safer and there were not many people. Plus, if someone was to come and snatch my phone, I would see them from a distance. I took out my phone and I called the lady and I told her, I'm here, you can start coming. I told her what I was wearing so that she'd have an easier time recognizing me and where I was standing. And I told her I wouldn't move. So I waited. I think I stood there for around like almost 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I'd stood there for a while. And then this lady came and then she stood right next to me. Like, you guys, there is space everywhere around me. But no, this lady next to me, right next to me. There's nothing like personal space. She seemed lost, confused. There is the way you can tell like someone doesn't know where they are. So she looked at me and she was like, do you know where this building is? If you could direct me, I would be really happy. Obviously, she was talking to me in Kiswahili. And we're like, ungeza niambia, mitafurahi. And I told her, well, technically, I'm not all that familiar with town. I don't know every place in town. There are people who are tour guides. They can give you a tour of town, but me, I don't even remember the name of the building she was asking for, but I told her, I don't know. She could go and ask somebody else. And me continued standing there. I didn't even suspect anything. She didn't even look suspicious at all. She stood there for like a whole other 5 minutes. A preacher came. Yeah, those people who are just always preaching on the streets. You could hear him. The way they start preaching from 10 kilometers away. I could hear him coming. So when he got to, like, there were people standing, let's say like a few centimeters away from us, and he stood where they were and he tried to preach to them, but they weren't like paying attention. So he moved on and he saw me and this lady. So he came and stood where we were and started preaching. So at first I'm just ignoring him because I know, like, you've heard of these people who preach in town and then they start forcing you to give them offering for preaching to you. I thought he was one of those people. Like, that was my first impression. Then at some point he started saying he's a prophet. Hey. Now it got interesting. So now I'm like, you're a prophet. That's bold of you. That's bold of you. In this day and era we are living in, Like, I don't know you, so I won't judge you. If you say you're a prophet, you're a prophet, but I'm still not gonna pay attention to you because I don't trust you. Then he started talking to this lady. This lady asked him whether he knows like directions to the building where she wanted to go to. Then he told her he will tell her after he's preached to her and told her what God had prophesied to him about her. He was like, God has showed me why you want to go to this building. Do you want to hear? So I was like, what is this man talking about? Ati God has showed you why she wants to go to this building. So I was like, okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Like, why should we ignore you? Let's hear what you have to say.
He told her he sees someone in her family, someone who's really close to her, has gotten really badly hurt and is in hospital. To my utter surprise, this lady was like, oh my God, yes, how did you know? He got it right. She got it right. So I was shocked and I was like, okay, now I actually want to pay attention because if he got it right, then maybe just maybe he's a man of God, maybe he's just a prophet. And now I'm paying attention. And now he starts revealing to this lady things she's going through in her life. This whole time I am not suspecting anything, okay, like nothing. My mind is clear. Me, I'm like, this is an interesting story that I'm going to tell my parents today evening of how I met a prophet. Literally, he continued preaching to her and he was telling her how the family member gas ililipuka and he had several burns. Like, the more he revealed to her, the more this lady was like getting shocked, and then she started getting emotional at some point. So he continued telling her her life story of how this man was her brother apparently, and he was trying to fix the gas in his house, and then there was a gas leak, and then when he tried to light the what's it called, the kiberiti, the fire stick, the matchstick, yeah, the fire stick, like the gas exploded in his face and he got really hurt. And he even told her the hospital her brother was in, which ward, the bed. She's agreeing with everything. I'm like, how does he get every single detail right? Like, even to the bed number. At that point, it started getting suspicious. No, I was even waiting for him to say the name of the brother. Luckily, he didn't. Now, this lady started asking this man, like, to predict to her the future. Apparently, she was looking for a lawyer to go and charge this gas company that the gas exploded so that they can pay for the bill of the hospital. And that story made sense. This man was like, yes, I'm predicting to you right now that that lawyer will accept. He will even pay your bill. You won't even sue the company. The lawyer will feel mercy for you and he will pay the bill for your brother, and your brother will be healed and he'll be back to normal and everything will work out. This lady starts crying and she's like, yes, praise the Lord. And I'm there with her, like, hallelujah, yes, amen. Like, wow, we love to see it, a man of God. He's preaching wonderful things. Then suddenly this man turns his attention to me. Then I'm like, okay, since this lady who I'm waiting for has not come, like, well, it doesn't hurt to hear what he has to say about, what I'm going through or what will happen in future. It will be interesting to hear. He asks me my name. Some part of me still doesn't trust him fully. Like, some part of me is like, this is too good to be true. Like, I just thought to myself, I was like, don't tell him your real name. If he's a real one of God, he'll know for sure you've lied. He will know that's not your name. He'll say that. I even told God in my head, Lord, if you have sent this man, let him know that the name I'm going to give him is a lie. Then I will believe him. So he's like, what's your name? I'm there. Mary. This man. He's like, Mary, the mother of Jesus. I'm like, boss, ini uongo, it's a lie.
Aki wababa wanakuanga na uongo. This is the biggest ini uongo.
Oh, wow, yes. You are full of greatness. So me, I'm waiting for the part where he says, that's not your name. God has told me that's not your name. Tell me your real name. Something. Nothing. So I'm considered a bus. Thank you, Lord, for opening my eyes. This is a fake person. It's completely fake. I need to get out of here. I can't remove my phone and start calling this lady because some part of me is like, if these people are thugs, my phone is the first thing that's going to go. So I'm like, I need to find a way of getting out of here without causing too much commotion. This man continues to preach to me. Then he's like, he wants to prophesy what has happened in my past, like he has with the other lady. So me, I'm like, okay, maybe he didn't get my name right, but maybe he can get something about me right, Then he's like, I see relationship problems in your life. I'm like, God forbid. Kwenda, why?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Tell me your matter. Mimi sitaki kusikia ati relationship problems. From who? From where? Me, where did you even hear that I was in a relationship? Let's start there. First of all, a girl was single. Excuse. That was all in my head. So I was acting now. I'm amused. Like I'm like, this man has some audacity. I'm just agreeing with everything he's saying. I'm like, relationship problems. I'm like, your husband is divorcing you for another woman. I'm like,
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
first of all, do I even look married? I was 18. Why are you assuming that I'm married? To who? Ulisikia wapi? So me I'm there like, So because God forbid, please, nah, I do not want problems in my life. Please, tell me mata yako na ujipeleke. At that point, I couldn't even hide my face. Hata kama nikudanganya kuna uongo zingine ni excels. Like, so relax kidogo. Like, relax. Calm down. Okay? Luckily for me, that lady spotted where I was standing and she saw those two people. And she came up and she just like, she called me by my name. I had told her when I was explaining to her what I was wearing and where I was. So she was like, hey, Bridget, hey, ni wewe. Like she just came and acted like we knew each other from like years, ages. And then she was like, nimekuja twende salon. Now that's when it clicked. Like this is a lady from a salon. So as we start walking towards the salon, and then that lady is like, oh my god, I'm telling you, those people are about to rob you. And I was like, I knew it. I smelled a rat. So apparently these people, that preacher and that woman, were notorious for, I don't know if this happens because this is like 3 years ago, but apparently they stop people and then they start predicting the future or preaching to them, and then while the person is like lost in all the commotion that's going around, they spray you with some item, I don't know what, or they inject you, and then you lose yourself. Like, you know how people get robbed in town, you lose yourself and then you take them to the bank and then they withdraw all your money, or they steal your things and then they go. First of all, I'm broke. The only money I have on me is the money I'm coming to pay for the salon. So wangeniibia halafu na mimi hata sijui salon yenye nilikuwa naenda. Like if she wasn't there, I don't even know what I would have done. So I just thank God. These people tried me but they failed. How do you use God's name like that? Some people are disrespectful. Excuse me. Anyway, that's the end of this story time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't, and please be careful, okay? Don't get conned by people. Don't stop stopping on the street to talk to people you don't know.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now.
Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Help me get to 300 subscribers. Comment down below if something similar has happened to you, and stay safe. Corona is still real, okay? Msiache kuvaa masks juu mnaona watu wanafanya kenye wanataka. Please don't. So anyway, that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye.